Are we live? Hey, we are live. Guys, let me know. Can you hear me? Are we live? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Hey, Bloopsies. Hello, Weather. Hello, Fashionista. Bloopsy says we can hear. Raheem says W. Hello, Rishi. Hello, Caden. Hello, Erica. Hello, Laza. Baller Gaming. Aquafina says OMG. Hi, guys. Guys, good to have you on. Hello, Matthew. Hello, Ghosts. Hello, Tamal. Hello, Advik. Yulkifi. FJ. Lincoln New. Cozy. Hey, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Riyadh says, how are you doing, sir? I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm doing very well. Looks like we're up and running nicely on the TikTok, so I can put that down. Get my tunes back on. Guys, I don't want to be too over the top with the freedom thing because I know you still have a fair few exams left. However, GCSE Maths, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Hello, Nelson Umar. Hello, Sukuna. Says paper 3 was easy. I'm going to make some comments on that. I know there are some people feeling very bad about the exams, some people feeling very good. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how I think they were. Maybe a little bit about what I think grade boundaries are going to be looking like. It's not going to be very exciting because I'm going to say mid, just to pre-warn you all. Hello, Laza, Rachel, Fiona, Logesh. Let me just refresh this because for some reason I can't see it. There you go, there you go. Hello, Riyadh. Hello, Mariam. Mohammed Akhtar. Tommy Patel says, we doing A-level maths with a couple of fire emojis. Hello, Sabrina. Hello, Rachel, Sakuna. Alva, too, you're very welcome. Umar says, sir, I'll be appearing after a year and I'll watch your videos. I'm guessing you're in year 10. And Bloopsy's saying, are you doing A-level next year? On social media, I will say it's very unlikely. It's very unlikely. I do teach A-level, but not on social media. The plan for today, for anybody wondering, you're thinking, what's this guy still doing on my feed? Why is he not gone yet? Guys, we're just closing the book. We're going to do a final goodbye, a little bit of a Q&A. You guys can ask me anything you want about the rest of exams, about anything really. And we're doing this session mainly to just close the book on GCSE Maths. It can feel a little bit surreal. You guys have been on a journey. Most of you hate maths. Fair enough. I'm not the biggest fan. Most of you hate maths and you are glad that you're never going to have to do maths again for a lot of you. That can feel a little bit surreal, low key. It can feel like, what? I've done my GCSE maths and now, I'm never going to have to do it again. Don't get me wrong. Some people are going to be resitting. But for a lot of you, guys, maths is done for your entire life. And obviously not if you're doing A-level math. But yeah, for a lot of you, maths is done forever. So it's a little bit of an opportunity to close the book and officially end it. Let's have a look. Lazarus says, we love the final stream. Alva 2 says, Matt, tell me your hair products. This is probably the most frequently asked question. Either this or my accent. Both are quite boring, to be honest, but I'll be sharing. You guys can ask me any other questions as well. We're going to be doing a bit of a Q&A. Let's see. A couple of people, Fashionista, saying I'm doing maths for A-level. Sabrina says, what GCSEs did you do back in the day and what did you get? I'll talk about that in a little bit as well, because that's actually probably the third most frequently asked question. Welcome to everybody who's watching on the TikTok at the moment. Welcome, Lucas, Ivonam. Welcome to Loveheart. Guys, if you can, come over and watch on the YouTube. I shouldn't say that because I'm going to get done horribly in the algorithm, but I'm focusing on the YouTube chat mainly just because there's it's far easier for me to track it and it's impossible to keep track of both. I'll check in on the TikTok every now and again, but guys, the main chat is on the YouTube. The other thing we're going to do today is the setup reviews. Shall I put it on now? Yeah, I'll put it on very briefly just to show you what I mean. So one thing that I asked a lot of people to do, and you guys actually loved it, over the past few streams is to send pictures of your setups. Let me show you what I mean. So we're going to be doing a bit of a setup review. We have in total, I think, 123 submissions. So we're going to be going through, doing a bit of a rating, seeing the My GCSE Maths community. Don't worry, I'm going to move myself out of the way into the bottom corner. But there's some super cool ones. Lots of them, or a few of them, feature pets as well, which I think was super cool. We're going to be doing that as well. So let me turn that off for now. Oh, that was me. There we go. Okay. Let me get my tunes back on. Bosh, there we go. Thor Park in there with the lightning bolts emoji. Hello, Ali. Lincoln you says, dang. Rachel says, I saw mine. Oh, yeah, guys. And if you do want to submit them, I'll put my email in the chat now. So submit set up photos to Matt at my GCSEmaths.com. And let me know if I have permission to show it on the screen. Yeah, there we go. Let me just pin that message. And the other thing I will say is, what was I going to say? It's gone on my mind. It'll come back. It'll come back. Caden says, if I submit mine now, will you review it today? Oh, yeah, that was the other thing I was going to say. I might review the ones that I get over email. If I do, I'm going to have to take like a 5-minute break at some point, bring all the new ones over, and then do it that way. But what I will say as well is, if you are going to submit a photo today, I would ask, please, if you could leave the stream, go to one of the other streams where it's like a maths stream, and then click on it, take it to a point where like there's just maths on the screen, and then take a photo with it, with the actual stream on it, kind of like this. You know, kind of how the lessons were before, where it looks like this. So put it on a stream, take it to a moment like that, then take the photo, then send it over. Just because they look way better, and it's way more helpful for me, to be honest, if it's the actual lesson on there, instead of just my face yapping away on the screen. So let me turn that off again. Okay, looking at the chat. Bloopsy says, circle theorems. Sakuna said, can you please give us predicted grade boundaries? Guys, honestly, considering all of the papers, and I think this holds true for AQA at Excel, higher foundation, yeah. In all cases, honestly, I think the grade boundaries are going to be completely mid. So I'm not going to go through the specific numbers for different grades, but if you look at the grade that you're aiming for, gradeboundaries.co.uk is a website which has all of them on there. If you go on there and look at the marks for your grade, and then you average it out across the years, it's going to be roughly mid. So I'm not going to go through all of them. And that's actually true for AQA at Excel, Higher, and Foundation. From my opinions of the papers, I think overall, they were very mid papers. I know paper 1 at Excel was a bit of a curveball. Oh, guys, can you let me know in the chat as well, please? Can you hear the music? If you turn your volume up to max, you know I do this little music check. Can you please turn your volume up to max and let me know if you can hear the music in the background? Thank you, Victoria. Thank you, Lincoln New. Thank you, Lazar Jesslyn. Oh, somebody said they can. It is quite loud right now. Amna says very low. If you guys are wondering what the song is, does anybody know this song? If you can see it, actually. Can anybody know that song? Autumn says the song's vibes, though. A couple of people saying to drop the playlist. I will drop the My GCSE Maths playlist again. That was actually another one of the most frequently asked questions, was for the music I was listening to during the streams. Share, copy link. There we go. And it's mainly an Afrobeats playlist, guys. Mainly an Afrobeats playlist. Autumn says, yes, drop that playlist. Been waiting for it. Autumn, I've dropped it so many times now, and you've been on a lot of the streams. It's mainly an Afrobeats playlist. I'm considering making a few more playlists because a lot of people have asked me for like an R&B playlist, or because I like a bunch of different genres of music. So I could do that. If you want me to do that in the chat, let me know, actually. Zulkifil Mustafa says it looks fire. Cozy says, what sports do you play, bro? Guys, I'll start setting up this Q&A now, actually. So start Q&A. Ask me anything. So any questions that you have, guys, drop them in the little Q&A function. We'll do it that way. The main goal of today, to be honest, is just to chill out a bit. It's just to represent the end of GCSE Maths so that after today's stream, we're feeling good to forget about GCSE Maths completely. I would love to say right off into the summer. Wow, guys, I'm looking out my window. There's a massive window in front of me, and there's a guy. Luckily, he's doing some work, so like he's, yeah, standing on top of the house next door. I've never seen that before. So if I was distracted, that's why I can just see him out the corner. But oh, guys, I lost track of what I was saying. Just seeing a random dude like climbing across the roof. Oh yeah, to close the book on GCSE Maths, I would love to say that we can ride off into the sunset already, into the summer, into the legendary GCSE summer. But unfortunately, you guys have got a few more exams, varying levels of exams. I know some of you have got a lot, some of you haven't got many. But yeah, we got a few exams to go. Bloopsy says his chill spot. Janet says 3 exams left. Actually, guys, yeah, drop it in the chat for me. How many exams do you have left? How many exams do you have left? Hey, Anna, good to have you on. Most people saying 1 exam to go. Steambound, 1 exam to go. Iman, 1 exam to go. Pluto, 4. Yeah, a lot of you have got 3 exams to go. Oh yeah, another thing, guys, is to anybody who sent me an email, kind of a nice email thanking me for the streams and stuff, guys, I really, really appreciate it. I've had some super nice messages. I'm going to reply to all of them. I reply personally to all of my messages. So if anybody has already sent an email or sent a DM or something, thank you very much. And like I said, I'm going to reply to everybody. I've just actually had a super busy past few days, so I haven't had a chance to do all kind of reply to people yet. But guys, I'll see every message and I'll reply to every message personally as well. It really means a lot. Really means a lot. A says 4 exams left. Bloopsy says, sir, what phone do you use? This is I think the iPhone 16 Pro, whatever the most recent one is. I got a new phone a few months ago, or 6 months ago or so. Uh, Low key, I wish I got the bigger one. I made a bit of a mistake, and I also messed up. I normally get everything black. I got it in silver, like the not the white color, but the silver color. Low key, I should have got the black one. I should have got the black one. Daisy says it's my leavers day on Monday. Yeah, Rizik says all black is sleek. All black is great, but when you go all black, like black everything, um, like it gets a bit boring. Gets a bit boring. So I thought I'll get a non-black phone to just give a pop of color somewhere. But then I did it, and I'm like, nah, man, I shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. Um, Maher says, I'm gonna miss you, bro. Hey, I'm gonna miss you guys too. I'm really gonna miss you guys too. When I finished the last stream the other day, on Tuesday, the last revision stream, guys, it was super. It was sad, you know. I didn't I didn't want to click the end thing. But yeah. Okay. Just for a bit of closure, guys. Just for a bit of closure, we're gonna create some space in the chat. Yeah, VO2, good to have you on, my friend. Yeah, we're gonna create some space in the chat, guys. Everybody feel free now to put in the chat how you found the exams. Paper 1, paper 2, paper 3. Probably paper 3 is going to be the main one that we talk about. But guys, feel free. And also, if you're going to do this, put your exam board and put your tier as well. So if you did AQA Foundation, put it in the comment. If you did at Excel Higher, put it in the comment. Just so you can all get a grips. Spoiler alert, I've looked at a bunch of comments on my posts, on different posts, and there's all range of answers. There is all range of answers. Rizik says Edexcel higher, average all round. Max Brannon says paper 3 AQA was so good, higher tier. Solis says you're going to be back for resets. Absolutely, my friend. Okay. Advic says AQA higher was mid low key. Yeah. Isabel says EdXL IGCSE was pretty good. Zaba says not too bad. Actually said all easy for EdXL. VO2 said yes, sir. No more maths. Finally, I know that feeling big time. The Diamond Gamer says you're going to do the live stream again for the 2026 exams. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Daisy said, "Sir, do you think the grade boundaries from last year will change drastically? Please answer me." What I'll say, Daisy, is to be honest, I don't know the grade boundaries for every year off the top of my head. But what I will say is I believe they're going to be mid. So let's say you're aiming for a grade 7. What you can do is go on gradeboundaries.co.uk, click whether you're doing AQA or EdXL, click overall, and you'll see all of the grade boundaries. It's going to be pretty much the average of all of them because the papers were very mid, in my opinion. Frostbite says, no way it would change drastically. Yeah, that's another thing to say is they very rarely change drastically. The COVID years were a bit of an outlier. They did change quite a lot, but that's obvious reasons because it was COVID. Leia says, what other subjects do you enjoy other than maths? Leia, if you can put that in the Q&A for me, that's a great question, so I will answer that question. I'll answer that question. That's a really good question, so if you could put it in the Q&A, that'd be awesome. And it's an important question, low key. It's an important question. I want to speak about that today. Caden says setup has been submitted and permission granted. Yeah, guys, I will show the ones which have been set up, which have been submitted today. Lazarus says, when's your setup review? We're going to do that very shortly. I'm just going to check the TikTok's running smoothly. Yeah, nice. Okay. Cool. Brandon says, show your setup. I won't show my setup. Actually, no, I can because I took a photo the other day, actually. Okay, yeah. Laza, I'll show it now, actually. Let me just find the photo because I took one the other day. Today, I have a different setup. I'm actually in a different place to where I normally do the streams. And I have a different setup because I'm not teaching today. I'm just waffling away. Let me have a look. There we go. That's how, when I'm doing the streams, this is the setup. It took me so long. Oh, I didn't mean to turn the volume up. It took me so long to come up with this setup. I've tried so many different things. I don't know if you guys can see. Can you guys see that? So that is the setup when I'm doing the streams. And it's been specifically designed so that the whole thing can fit in a backpack. The whole thing can fit in a backpack. That's why it took me so many different tries to get like a high quality stream, which also fits in a backpack. It's difficult. And the reason I want it to fit in a backpack is because maybe September, October, November, I'm going to try and relocate, maybe go to South America for a little bit. Maybe go to South America for a little bit, live in Brazil or Argentina or Colombia for a few months. And do the stuff from over there. Lazar says, yo, clean, got the nature in the background. Exactly. Abdullah says, Brazil. I just need to check what the visa situation is. I'm not going to be doing live streams for further maths. I'm not going to be doing live streams for further maths. I thought about it, but I've just got too much on. And I know a lot less people would join. Bakara says, what A levels did you do? Can put that one in the chat, but maths, further maths, and econ. And I also did German as well, actually, but I kind of did that on the side. Okay. Guys, should we do the setup review? Actually, I'm going to wait until half past. So for anybody who's here for the setup review, I'm going to do that at half past because I know quite a few people couldn't join until half past. So I'm going to delay that until half past. What I will do, though, is I'll start doing a bit of a Q&A to do a little bit of a recap as well of all the information in the chat about the exams. It seems that on average, people found them very mid. There was very few people saying they were easy. There was few people saying that all of the exams were very difficult. And that aligns with what I think about the papers as well. They were kind of in the middle overall. So grade boundaries should be about average. The other thing that I just want to say for anybody panicking about results, about grades, etc., is unless you actually remembered what you put for all of the questions and you marked them with the unofficial mark schemes, if you found a good unofficial mark scheme on social media, then you're going to probably know roughly how many marks you get. But with experience going all the way through the academic journey, GCSEs, A levels, university, I can tell you, you never know how you've done in an exam. You just never know. Now, it's very hard to listen to somebody say that and to actually take it on board that you never know. But I promise you, unless you leave questions blank, then you know. But in general, it's very, very difficult to predict how you've done in exams. So just take it with a little bit of a pinch of salt, however you're feeling about the papers. Let's have a look. Yeah, no worries, Bloopsy said. Thanks for the reassurance. Okay, guys, let's move on to a little bit of a Q&A. So I'll have a quick look to see if I can see any of the questions. Actually, I have to go over here. Questions. Let's see what you guys are saying. Okay, we've had a few go in there. Some good questions, actually. Some of them are covered, though, at the top. Okay. So do you think the grade boundaries from last year will change drastically? They're not going to change drastically, but they're not going to be exactly the same either. What's your favorite food? Okay, everybody in the chat, put your favorite food. I'll give mine as well. Everybody in the chat, favorite food. We'll do it as a group Q&A, actually. Any of the questions, or most of the questions, I'll also throw to the group. So favorite food, guys. Lots of pizza's well popular. Pumpkin, gapel. Tamai Patel says biryani. Come on. Iman says pasta. Oh, someone says fettuccine Alfredo, very nice. Daisy says pasta bolognese. Have we got an Italian? Are you Italian, Daisy? Just the way you said that in the chat. Lots of people saying pasta. Oh, somebody said sushi. That's what I would go for as well, actually. My number one favorite food, guys, is you're going to call it boring, but eggs. Low-key, eggs are the goated food. Not for like, if I'm going to a restaurant, I'm not ordering eggs, right? But eggs as an all-round food. You can have them poached, you can have them scrambled, you can have them fried, you can have them boiled, you can have them, technically you can have them raw. I've never done that. But eggs, low-key, goated food. Goated food. Faith says boring. Yeah, low-key, it is boring. It is boring. But what I will say is my actual favorite food, if I was in a restaurant or something, I'm going to go for sushi. I'm going to go for sushi. I do like myself a little bit of sushi. Kira says salmon on top. Yep, I would put salmon up there as well. And avocado. Lazar says, I'm not a huge fan of sushi. Yeah, I know sushi's a bit of a love or hate one. Okay, guys, we've got somebody trolling in the chat. Should we get a guys, let's get a quick W in the chat. Thank you, VO2, for deleting that message. But guys, let's all get a quick W in the chat just to show the strength of the community. This is what's beautiful about building a strong community, is the trolls never win. You learn this throughout life. There's always going to be people who try and rain on your parade. There's always going to be people, whatever you do, who try and bring some bad energy. It could be that you have a big achievement and somebody brings bad energy on it. It could be that you're trying to get your good grades and somebody at school takes the mick out of you, or tells you you're a nerd or something. It could be that you're really trying hard to win a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament and somebody's like, oh man, you should never do that. Muay Thai is better or something like that. If you surround yourself with the right people, this is what happens if you look at the chat right now. If you surround yourself with the right people, this is the kind of result that you get. So I can't emphasize this enough. The most important thing you can do in your life is to surround yourself with the right people, people who support you, people who back you. And then when somebody tries to rain on your parade, like this person just tried to do, you see that the majority still pull you up. And thank you to the moderators as well. Thank you to the moderators as well. And thank you to everybody who just put the W's in the chat. Because that is really what it's about. I'm not sure what's popping on the TikTok. There are quite a few trolls on TikTok normally. And I don't personally moderate on there. I can't see the chat on there. I don't look at the chat on there. So it's a little bit harder to regulate, but still, guys, the community is always going to win. The good energy is always going to win. Okay, let's go back to the Q&A and see what's popping over there. Let's have a look. Favorite film, guys. That's another one for the group. Everybody drop your favorite film in the chat. Let's see what we're saying. Favorite film in the chat. I'll give mine afterwards. Let's go for favorite film and favorite series of film. Okay, we've got Star Wars, Interstellar, great choice. Erica says Fight Club, very good choice. Daniel says Wolf of Wall Street, very inappropriate, but it's also a very good film. Alex says Scarface, classic, classic, classic. Lazar says Maze Runner. SV says Avengers. Is there a certain Avengers film? The SpongeBob movie, Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz is a great film. Yeah, a lot of people saying has to be Fight Club. Guys, do you know the film Inception? I would probably put that as my number one. I'd probably say Inception. Do you know Inception? Yeah, a couple of people saying it's a good one. Whereas it says it's so good. Guys, that's your homework for the summer, is to watch Inception. That's your homework for the summer. VO2 says Batman The Dark Knight Rises for sure. Yeah, guys, that I was gonna say as the number one trilogy or number one series of films, I'd have to go for The Dark Knight. Unbelievable, unbelievable. It surprises me every time because I think if it's Batman, it can't be that good. Like I'm personally not too much into the superhero movies, even though I know a lot of people love them. But Dark Knight is wicked. And then there's another one called Blood Diamond. There's another one called Blood Diamond. Um, which is an unbelievable film. Quite sad, lots of ups and downs. It's about the diamond trade in Africa, but very good film. Very good film. Some funny comments that I can't read, unfortunately. Oh yeah, Takey Dot says, "Have you watched Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse?" I've been told by a lot of people to watch that. I've been told by a lot of people to watch that. But I haven't seen it yet. Haven't Anime is something I want to get into. Animal, anime is something I want to get into. I used to just think it was like and cartoons. So I thought it's probably not really for me. But anime, now that I've watched a few or a couple, I can actually appreciate it, and it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Oh yeah, guys, if you do watch anime, can you drop your favorite one in the chat for me? Dahlia George says, "Sir, what anime have you watched?" Uh, I don't know if you guys will class it as an anime, but you know Avatar: The Last Airbender? I love that one, man. That's wicked. Is it classed as an anime? I think so. And then also one called Kakaguri, which is a little bit less known. Demon Slayer is supposed to be really good. Having a Lazda says Avatar is hype. Yeah, Avatar is cold. People are saying there's another one that I want to watch called Death Note, which apparently is the same. It's like Inception in anime form, or like, I think actually Inception was inspired by Death Note. Maybe I got the wrong one. Maybe not Death Note. Maybe a different one. Somebody's saying, how about Korra? I've not seen The Legend of Korra actually. Ibby says Death Note is awesome. Yeah. I've not seen it, so I'm not recommending it. I don't know if it's appropriate, inappropriate, any of that stuff. I'm just, yeah. Attack on Titan. I've heard that Attack on Titan is good, but it's a commitment, man. Like, that's supposed to be a long one. Okay, let's have another look. I'm going to have a look at the Q&A. Somebody says, what sports do you play? Hey, Cat Twix, good to have you on. What sports do you play? Guys, honestly, I've not been into sports for a while. I used to play a lot of football. I used to be a GK until I was about 18. So I was like playing football 6 times a week. Played a lot of football till I was maybe not 18, maybe 17. Then I stopped. Just because I just got into other things. And then actually in my third year at uni, which would have been 2022, so 2021, 2022, I actually got very much into yoga and also boxing. So I did 6 months of pretty much yoga 6 times a week, like hour and a half a day in like a studio, and also boxing. So 6 months of boxing. Um, and that was absolutely awesome. It's something that I would recommend for everybody is getting competent in some form of martial arts. Um, and then also yoga has certain connotations and associations, but it's very, very good. You learn a lot. Um, Joe says American football for life. In terms of watching, I like the UFC very much. I know it's going to come the question, the favorite fighter. My favorite fighter is actually Yuri Prohaska. I don't know quite how his career is going to be moving forwards, but I like Yuri Prohaska a lot. Um, and then I also like the F1 a bit. I also like the F1 a bit. Um, Cozy says, "What ethnicity are you, bro?" What would you guys guess? I mean, it's very unexciting, but what would you guess? I think a lot of you already know. I'm just curious because it's the most commonly asked question. Cozy says German. Somebody says Irish, Slavic, English or Welsh, British. HT says send Dagestan 2 3 years. Hams up, fan. Um, South African, Czech Republic, Siberia, French. Hey, Mirage, good to have you on. German, Indian. Guys, it is actually English. It's fully English. My surname, which I'm not going to say, but my surname, I think is Austrian if you look it up. So I don't know if like way back when, like thousands of years ago, like there's some kind of Austrian link or German or something. But yeah, fully British. So I grew up in Derbyshire, and then the reason that I have a bit of a messed up accent, and a lot of people don't think I'm English or British, is because I have a lot of friends from different countries, from university. So I picked up a bit of a mixture of different accents, um, and that's why I speak like this. SFA said, "Do you play any games, perchance?" I used to be big into Call of Duty and FIFA and Assassin's Creed when I was younger, like when I was like probably your guys' age, like 14, 15, 16. I used to play a lot. What else? Yeah, they were probably the main three: COD, FIFA, and Assassin's Creed. Um, what else? I've definitely played other things, but they were probably the main ones. Now I'm a bit of a Clash Royale fiend. I can't lie. If I have a spare 10 minutes, I go through phases. Like sometimes I'll be playing Clash Royale like half an hour a day, every day for like 2 weeks. Then I'll delete it for like 2 months. Then I'll do the same thing again. Um, What arena are you in? I don't even know if I have it on my phone at the moment. Let's have a look. Clash Royale. I do have it on my phone. I thought about doing Clash Royale streams, guys. I thought about doing Clash Royale streams. Challenge you guys, see if anyone can take me down. Um, I am. I don't know how you tell. Oh, I need to make sure I don't show my thing. This one. Silent Sanctuary. I don't know if that's good, bad, sideways. Like this one. 6,546 trophies. Couple of people saying we need a gaming channel. Lazza says, yeah, make a gaming channel over summer. It's going to be interesting how this moves forward. Whether I do make a little Clash Royale channel to challenge you guys. Mirage says, this hut is cooking. Not sure what that means, to be honest. Um, Ibby says, you keep putting it in the chat. Says, sir, have you considered modeling? I don't really think it's my thing. Um, Field 2 says, Matt, you should do normal regular streams where you do what you want. See, that's not my style. That's not my style. I mean, maybe I'll expand the content a bit in the future, and a lot of people have asked me to. But I like to have a very low-key life outside of doing this. So it sounds a bit silly making social media stuff, but also wanting like to be who have a very low key existence. But yeah, doing lifestyle streaming is definitely something that I'm not gonna do. Um, I mean, never say never to anything, but it's not really my style. I know it's massive nowadays, though. Nowadays, I know it's massive. I miss I so do vlogs. Okay, let's have another quick look at the Q&A. Mohammed says, "Yay, sir, you're very relatable. Introverted." Yeah, guys, I'm actually very introverted. So people have the wrong meaning of introverted and extroverted. So people confuse being extroverted with what people call being charismatic. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. To me, introversion versus extroversion is like how much time you like to spend on your own versus how much time you like to spend with like big groups of people. For me personally, I'm very introverted. Like I really like spending time on my own, chilling, doing my thing, like listening to music, like doing whatever I do, and then seeing my mates. But when I see my mates, like I have a very small circle of mates, which is I think what a lot of people. I think it's quite a good way to live. Depends who you are, depends on your preferences. Like two of my two closest mates are both very extroverted, so they're like the opposite to me. Like they love being around people all the time. I like small groups, having a lot of chill time, and like coming out of hibernation every now and again. Um, Harry Patel says ambivert. As it says, I'm very antisocial. I don't know if I say no. Maybe it depends what you mean by antisocial. If you mean like chilling on your own a fair bit, I like doing that. Like I could easily walk around on my own for a day, like do a bit of shopping or look. I mean, you guys are a lot younger than me, so you're gonna have a different lifestyle. But doing just going around chilling. Um, Obviously I like being with my mates as well. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like always rolling around solo. But yeah, it's very underrated. A lot of people say that a lot of people say suffering, like feeling bad, comes from their inability to spend time on their own. So like if you can be happy on your own, doing your own thing, chilling, then it sets you up quite well. Um Ari says ambivert is basically in the middle. You could say ambivert. You could definitely say ambivert. Um Okay, Sal said you still haven't replied to my email. Yep, I've been super busy over the past few days, but I'm going to be replying to all of the emails personally. So thank you if you have sent one. Um, okay, I'm going to have another quick look at the Q&A. Let's see. Questions. Oh wow, quite a few have gone in. Somebody said, "How tall are you?" So I'm 5'10". W said, "Do you officiate marriages?" That's not something I do, or I never have done. What's your favorite sport? At the moment, I would have to say MMA, the UFC. Speedruns and Tricks says Mr. Everything English collab when? I think I need to build the channel a little bit bigger before I get invited for a Mr. Everything English collab. But maybe next year, actually. Maybe I'll reach out to him next year and see if he fancies making some content. I think he makes some great videos and he's very down to earth and he's very kind of real with his stuff. Like he speaks about a lot of things that other people are unwilling to speak about, which I've got a lot of respect for. Got a lot of respect for. A couple of people are asking for the hair routine. Okay, guys, I will say that because it has been the most frequently asked question. Um, the hair routine is I wash it twice a week, which some people say doesn't sound like enough. Guys, you don't need to wash your hair every day. So I wash it twice a week. I use conditioner every day because I have quite long hair. And then I use a product called Wavy, which I can put in the chat if you want. So because I have quite curly hair naturally, it goes a bit frizzy after I've washed it. So I've washed some of this in there. And then that sorts it out, tames it down a bit. And then, to be honest, I don't like dry it with a hairdryer or anything. I just like put it back and then just let it dry naturally. Lincoln, you says, sir, can you do the setup review now? Absolutely, guys. Let's get. Are we ready for the setup review, guys? Drop ready in the chat if you're ready, and we'll go through do the setup review. Mr. Free says, what's the brand of the Wavy product? The brand is actually called Wavy. So if you just type in like Wavy hair product, it's like a green container. Yeah, a lot of people saying ready. W's in the chat. Joshua says, how do you use conditioner without washing your hair? Believe it or not, mate, it actually works. Actually works. Okay, let's do it, guys. So I'm going to move myself to the corner. And this should be. So this is another thing that I'll say. Unless you submitted it today, this is all of the ones that have been submitted. So this is all of the setups that have been submitted up to this point, including the first batch that we went through, because I know a lot of people weren't on that stream. Let me move myself out of the way. There we go. Make myself a little bit smaller. There we go. Is that about right? Maybe I'll go a little bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. Okay, guys. So for anybody who doesn't know, something we've been doing, which has been a bit of fun over the past couple of weeks. Actually, let me come a bit more to the side. Yeah, something we've been doing over the past few weeks is I've been asking you guys to submit your setups. So how this actually started was somebody sent me a picture of me on the screen, like the live stream on the screen, and like their past paper in front of them, and just cool little picture. And for me, it was so cool. Like I really loved seeing that because when you're doing like online stuff, when we have an online community, it's really nice to pull everybody together in some way. So you guys can see how each other are using the stream and that kind of thing. And I thought this is just a really nice way to pull everybody together. So far, not including the ones that have been sent today, there have been 123 submissions of people's setups. Now, for some reason, it feels a bit dark. I don't know if it's just because I have a big window in front of me. Let me just check real quick. Yeah, so guys, we're going to have a look at the setups. I'm not going to be able to spend too long on each of them. Some will pause for on longer than others. And another thing, obviously, let's keep the chat positive. Anybody putting like not nice stuff in the chat will get muted. If you guys want to have a ranking system, like out of 5, and you want to put them in the chat, that's cool. But guys, be nice. Don't put anything not very nice. Daisy says, don't redo the ones you've already done, please. Guys, let me set up a quick poll. I'm going to start poll. Should I redo the first batch? Question mark. Yes. No. Only the highlights. Let's do that. Yes, no, only the highlights. Okay, guys, have a quick vote for me. I'm going to take the Q&A down now. Everybody vote in the poll for me. I'm going to, if I do go through the first batch though, guys, I'll do it quickly. Don't worry. And what we're going to do is we're going to go with the majority, but we're going to add no and only the highlights together. We're going to add those two together because they're both saying that. Okay, let's just do the highlights. I'm going to go through them quickly. Done. I'll go through these ones quickly and focus on the highlights specifically. So, guys, we have the first setup here. I can see a few 3s and 4s out of 5. I don't know why it looks so dark for me. Oh, well, whatever. So, yeah, guys, nice setup. We have nice pink calculator. Nice big monitor in front of us. Nice mouse. AirPods down there. Getting locked in. Okay. Next up. This one is cool. Is that a I don't know what kind of drawing thing that is. That's quite a cool drawing thing. Is that like it looks like a little blackboard or something. Are we rating out of 10 or 5? Guys, we're going to rate out of 5. We're going to rate out of 5. Next up, we got the Rubik's Cube. Naom says it's a Wacom. Makes sense, makes sense. That's actually what I use. I use a Intuo thing. We got a little selfie from my guy. I think this guy actually built a full revision den in his bedroom. Can you see that over the top? That's like a bed sheet or something. And it like goes over the top. That's like lock-in mode. And by the way, guys, just to be clear, everybody who I'm showing is given permission to be shown on the stream. This was probably my personal favorite. from the whole of the first batch. Guys, the colors on this are unbelievable. If you see this, it's not like the fanciest setup, but the colors, the way it all comes together, the notice board, the chalkboard in the back, the yellow water bottle, the AirPods case, which is open down there. This is a sick setup. Mirage says it's a bit dark. Yeah, it is a bit dark. Next up, we can see this nice classic, nice Crayola pen in the back there. I like this one. A couple of whiteboard pens. I've not seen people using a whiteboard as a desk. That's very cool. Another cool setup, dual monitor, getting that watch time up. This one's cool as well. VO2 says a bit blurry though. Hopefully it's not all of them that are blurry. Nice classic setup. The really cool thing about this is a Lego record player. I think that's a Lego record player. That is sick. Like, that is very cool. Don't know whose that is, but okay, we got naughty naughty guys. Don't use these things. They're very, very, very bad for you. Whoever this is, though, I'm still showing it. Nice chocolate raisins. Big up for the chocolate raisins. Yeah, a lot of people saying vaping's not great. Chocolate raisins, though, are a great shout. Nice, another whiteboard setup. Red lighting. I think that one I already showed. Very classic. Some of them I'm going to go over very quickly. This was from Neve, which I really liked. Little My GCSE Maths on top. Come on. Very nice phone case for this one. Guys, look at this. This is cool, no? What are these things called again? I keep forgetting what they're called. A little sock thing. Not sock, like little... They have a name, don't they? What are they called? Squashy or something? Mr. Free says 5 out of 5. Ami says W eats. Yeah, jelly cats. That's it. That's it. Thank you, Weza. Thank you, Valley. Yeah, jelly cats. Next up, VO2 says Scran looks good for that one. Yeah, it did look good. Did look good. This one's cool, guys. Look at this, black and white. How cool is that? How cool is that? This one's probably got to be a 5. Like, this is low-key pretty sick. This is pretty sick. Mr. Free says that goes hard, 4 out of 5. Naum says she's getting a 9, 5 out of 5. These are some immaculate notes, I got to say. And, yeah, she's doing sketching quadratics using completing the square, where this is one of the hardest topics in the whole course. So he or she, whoever it is doing absolute bits on there. Okay, very chill setup. Nice sticker on the laptop. This one's quite cool. It does look like I'm wearing lipstick for some reason. Very cool setup. Nice colors, nice image quality. Another one over here, very nice. Another one, nice. Somebody looks like they're about to go to bed. I remember getting this one. This was the day before the exam. Just as we were closing things down, going through the breathing exercises, all the techniques, again, a good night's sleep. Next up, this one, probably again, another one right before the exam. Another person using a whiteboard, little tally in the corner. He or she is doing bits up there. It says maths so far. Guys, look at this one. Look at this one. I'm waiting for you guys to react to this. This one is mad, eh? Look at this one. Lots of people saying 5 out of 5. This as well, like... Lincoln U says, nice lipstick, sir. Yeah, guys, it looks like I'm about to go on stages. Okay, I can't say certain things, but yeah, it's... I didn't actually have lipstick on. It's a saturation, just to clarify for anybody wondering. I'm also not banana colored, funnily enough. Guys, this little keyboard in the top corner is sick. Little MIDI controller. Don't know if they make music. Cool PC. Amir says W setup. Yeah. Easy, King Von, easy. Another cool setup. Good colors. Classic. I like this setup a lot. Tutu nature vibes. Yeah, Mr. Free says MPK Mini, exactly. Nice setup, lots of past papers there, guys. This is a very aesthetically framed photo. This is a very aesthetically framed photo. No, Noam says vitamin D maxing. Guys, whilst I'm on the live, actually, let me say this to you all. Some people believe in supplements. Some people don't believe in supplements. Different food supplements, you know, you can get like vitamins and minerals and stuff. One which everybody should be taking, especially if you live in the UK, is you should all be taking vitamin D. I personally take lots of things, like lots of different vitamins and minerals, all this rubbish. Not rubbish. It's actually very good. Um, Vitamin D is something that everybody should be taking, especially while you're young. It's very, very important. Vitamin D is actually, some people call it like the master vitamin. It's used in the production of so many things in your body that you should all be taking it. You should all be taking it, honestly. Yeah, Odd says rubbish is crazy. Yeah, it's important, guys. I take a lot of different stuff. And most people in the UK are deficient in vitamin D. Most people are deficient in most vitamins and minerals, especially as you're all young and you're growing and all this stuff. You want to be looking after yourselves. Um, I can talk this. We can talk a bit about this at the end if you guys want. Kind of what I would recommend taking. Some people say that you shouldn't take vitamins and minerals. You should be getting everything you need from your fruit and veg and stuff. What I will say is this: eat a healthy diet, obviously, blah blah blah. The reason why there's still benefits in taking vitamins and minerals, even if you have a very nutritious diet, is because the way that fruit and vegetables are made nowadays, the way that farming is done, a lot of the soil is mineral deficient itself because of over farming. Did you know that average broccoli today has less than 30% of the nutritional value? I don't want to be too boring with this, guys, but of a broccoli 100 years ago. That is ridiculous. If you hear what I said, that is ridiculous. The average broccoli has less than 30% of the nutritional value of the average broccoli 100 years ago. I heard that on a podcast. This is because the soil itself has not got the vitamins and minerals because of over farming. So what it means is even if you eat loads of fruit and veg, you're still not getting enough, which is why these supplements can help you top up um, and get all the nutrients you need. But don't get me wrong, broccoli is still great to eat. Like all these fruit and veg is still amazing. You should be eating all of them. But what it does mean is as well as that, you should be topping up. You should be topping up. Faith says the name of the podcast. I don't know the specific episode. It was probably I saw on something called Huberman Lab. Um, John says crop rotation. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, let's keep going, guys. Homer Simpson. Let's get a W in the chat for Homer. Guys, let's get a W in the chat for Homer. Ari says Huberman Lab is goated. Huberman Lab is an awesome podcast. Yeah, lots of W's for Homer. Thank you, Weza, Alina, Rish, Sammy's Car, VO2 Amir, Tom, Saifan, Erica, Grace, Abu Bakar, John. Little Iron Brew, a very popular drink. I think this is probably the same person, maybe, or maybe different person with energy drink. Um, Very nice setup here. Bit low resolution, the photo, but very cool setup. Looks like they're using the Buck as a little bit of a laptop stand, which I approve of very much. Yeah, Mr. Free says, way, Iron Brew for real, let's go. Alina says, good desk space. Yeah, I like this one very much. Very nice keyboard on this one. Nice mouse too. Guys, VR. Somebody had this in VR. How cool is this? Somebody had the stream in VR. I wish the person, though, didn't take the screenshot. If you're watching this now in VR, can you please send me another one where it's not a screenshot where there's food on the screen? Because this is really cool. I would love to show people this, but with me holding up a chicken jalfrezi or whatever the food is, doesn't quite have the same effect. Um, Amir says VR is wild. Yep. Guys, I'm going to skip a few. This one's very cool, but I just want to get onto the new batch. And I have 37 left to go. Guys, look at this one. I'll leave this on for just a second. This one is super nice. ARWA says, I used to watch your videos and lives on my TV. If you could send me a photo of that, I would be really grateful. Like if you could just put one of the random streams on, take a quick photo and send it to me, I'll be really grateful. I'd love to see it. It's super cool. Alina says this one's making me hungry. Yep, guys, this has got to be 5 out of 5 setup. This has got to be a 5 out of 5 setup. Like the colors, the PC, the everything, really nice setup. Yeah. A couple of people saying, where do we send it? If you send it to matt@mygcsemaths.com, they'll all come through. Somebody said triple monitor setup. Yeah. This one's pretty cool with the steering wheel as well. Unfortunately, I look like I got makeup on again. Mr. Free says, Motorsport Racer, holy, let's go for real. Guys, I actually went to a London Tech Week on Monday, and there was a sim there. There was a racing sim. It was sick. It was sick. I went on like 4 times. It was super fun. Okay, very nice setup. Somebody joining in from Spain, Espanol. Nice colors in this one. This is another W setup. The colors on this, the keyboard, everything. A couple of multicolored pens, really nice. This one's very cool. We got a Death Note fan. Nice monitor, nice colors, nice pens. Very nice. Kitty caddy, kitty caddy. Guys, should we get a W in the chat for the cat? Let's get a W in the chat for the cat. Yeah, very nice. W's flying around. W's flying around. If you're watching on the TikTok at the moment, consider coming over to the YouTube. This is where I'm focusing on the chat. Mr. Free says W. Amir says El Gato. I'm guessing that means cat. Naom W. Davinder W. Guys, I was just catching up on the TikTok chat. That might be. Is that not the cutest cat you have ever seen? Like, it looks like AI or something. Okay, this is a very clean setup. Very nice keyboard and mouse. Dual monitor display. This is a W setup, to be honest. Nice setup. Laptop. Classic. Casio. Calculator. Very nice setup here as well. Skipping through a few. I think this... I can't remember whose this was, but this is pretty cool. Look at this one. This one's nice. Lots of teddy bears. Got Stitch up there in the top left. My Totus Daily says, bro loves every setup. Ari said this was Vampasites. Yeah, I remember that actually. We're going to skip through a few. Nice one on the TV over there, whoever's this is. I'm going to skip through the rest to get to the ones from that have been recently released submitted. I think this was the first one. So all of these ones have not been shown before. All of these ones have not been shown before. Guys, look at this. This is a crazy setup. Somebody maybe making podcasts or something. Guys, this is crazy. What are you saying, chat? What do you think to this one? Daisy says, imagine having a room that big. Yeah, that is a massive room. My Tota says, goddamn, bro might be a Twitch streamer for real, for real. Yeah, he could be actually, because that's a serious setup. Like 4 different mouses, maybe 5. Look, there's like 5 different. Are they mouses or mice? Got a few little plants. This is a crazy setup. This is a crazy setup. HT says, yo, 5 mouses is mental. Yeah, guys, it is. It is, it is. Valley says black and white goes hard. It does. This one's very cool, very minimal. I like the orange light in the background. This one's very cool. I didn't know if this was photoshopped at first. Is this photoshopped? No, I don't think it is. This is very cool. This is very cozy setup, cozy vibes. Very nice setup here. This is cool as well, by the way, guys. This little basketball. Got a baller. Nice, very nice to say Matt equals go. I appreciate that. Melvin says, sir, where are you getting the pics from? These have all been submitted via email if you send them to matt@mygcsemaths.com. Very nice setup over here. I keep saying very nice, guys, I know, but I just love all of them. I just love all of them. Cool keyboard. This is another nice one. Very slick. And also to anybody whose I show today, and they have like not the maths on the screen, but they have the like setup showing on the screen. I would really appreciate it if you could send me another one where it's actually maths on the screen. I know it's a bit of a big ask, but if you could, I would appreciate it very much. Somebody's saying that's a very aesthetic one. This is super aesthetic. I don't know what it is about it, but it works. This is cool. This is cool. Look at this notebook. This notebook is amazing. This notebook is amazing. Nice LEDs across the back. Cool looking keyboard. The email, Melvin, is matt@mygcsemaths.com. Thank you, Lincoln New. Yeah, really nice notebook. Really nice notebook. This person's locked and loaded with the water, staying hydrated. That actually just reminded me to have some. Iman says, should I resend mine to you with maths on the background? I would really appreciate it if you could. That would be amazing. Hydration for the nation, says Bun. Daisy says, the water reminds me of soldiers. Too much English language, eh? Or too much English literature. The water bottles were soldiers, lined up, ready to march into battle. It's like, nah, G, it's just a few water bottles. Too much English language, English literature. I love it. But I do know what you mean. It does remind you of soldiers. It does remind me of soldiers. Okay. Hello, Mahan. This one's very satisfying as well. Very satisfying as well. Hannah says real. Baba says haha. Graphic says the 600. Guys, I remember that poem from like what, 8 years ago when I did my exams. A lot of people are asking about A-level content. I'm considering it, but honestly, probably not next year. If I did, it would be the year after. Oh yeah, PS5 over there. I didn't notice that at first. Bun says with the PS5 in the background. Yeah, I rode the 600 exactly. I remember that. I remember that. Cool selfie over here. Nice nice globe on the desk. Very cool setup. I didn't realize it was reversed though. Oh no, maybe it's reversed because of the selfie. Nice setup over here. Someone's clugging, is that the word? Yeah, clugging on that Red Bull. Drinking is what I meant to say. Yeah, Neve says half a league, half a league, half a league onward. Hey, Neve, good to have you on. This is the first time I've seen you in the chat. Hope you had a good time at musical theatre that you said you were at. Random Clip says, how do you send setups? You submit them via email to matt@mygcsemaths.com. Yeah, chugging. Yeah, chugging, that's it. Okay. This is another super satisfying one. These little, what are they called? I had a friend who used to collect these. She used to collect these. What are they called? They have a special name. They're quite cool. What are they called, chat? Funko Pops? No. Are they Funko Pops? I don't think they are. Are they Funko Pops? Nah, I don't think they are. Let me look it up. I'm probably wrong, guys. Maybe they are, though. I don't know. They're not Funko. Maybe. I don't think they are Funko Pops. They look similar. I don't think it's Funko Pops. Neve says, nah, not a Funko Pop. They have a specific name. Like, they release different seasons. It's always this character. It's always this character. It might come to me. Because I know someone who used to collect them. Yeah, I didn't think it's Funko Pops. ChatGPT would know, but I'm not going to do that right now. It's not Bobblehead. Hironos. Ah, I think that's it, says Hannah. Something like that. Something like that. They're cool, though. This one is super satisfying, guys. Look at the colors on that. The colors on this one are mad. The colors on this one are mad. Really, really nice setup. Sometimes the simple ones are the best ones as well. Like, this is so simple. iPad, notebook, calculator, but it's so satisfying. Nice little setup over here. Got those Pringles. Yeah, Mirage says Hieronos. I think it is called that. This is a really satisfying setup. Looks like we got some kind of pastry or something. We got that Costco Kirkland water. Somebody sending this guy put a donation, I think called Adam or something. Said shout out Adam's revision den. Somebody got it on the TV. Guys, this one is sick. This one is sick. Oh yeah. Kay said it's a samosa, yeah. On the TV. I say sick, it's cool for me because it's like a bit surreal, you know. Somebody has it on the TV. Graphic says mystery bitty pop. I don't think it is. Somebody said he's watching on the Xbox. Yeah, maybe actually. Maybe. This one's cool. This one's very cool. Somebody's got like a photo taken from behind of them studying. I've not even seen all of these guys. Looks like there's a little controller for the LEDs over there. Very nice keyboard. Plant on the desk. There's guys, big W for plant on the desk. Let's get a W in the chat for plant on the desk. My hand says it has to be 4 a.m. Yeah, lots of W's in the chat, guys. I can't emphasize enough how important it is to get out in nature. I don't want to sound like a crazy hippie, but guys, spending time in nature, it's difficult if you live in a city. But as somebody who's lived in cities and also lived in the countryside, there's so many benefits for your whole nervous system, your whole body and everything of getting some time with nature, breathing some fresh air, some clean air. It's really good. And if you live in London, which I did for a few years, and I'm also living near to London now, get to a park or something. Richmond Park is unbelievably nice. It's on. I actually went for the first time a couple of weeks ago with a couple of mates, and it is next level. Richmond Park compared to all of the other parks. Um, so yeah. Somebody said, bro, made sure to show the arm gripper. Yeah, little grip strength. Somebody probably does climbing or something. Um, Justin said living by the coast. That would be even better. That'd be even better. Okay, let's have a look at this next one. Whoa, guys, this is next level clean as well, eh? How clean is this? Solis says, I live near to Richmond Park, so I always go. Very nice. Alison said, parks in hay fever season. Alison, let me say, I get pretty bad hay fever, but recently I started taking a new hay fever tablet, and it is unbelievable. It's called Alevia. I'm even going to put it in the chat because it's really good. And I also got a new nasal spray, which has been a game changer. So Alevia is a hay fever tablet, which some people don't know about. It only came out a couple of years ago, which is really effective. And then this new nasal spray, like this nose spray, is super effective as well. It used to be prescription only, but now it's not prescription only. I'm very much against all medication unless it's absolutely necessary. But for anybody who struggles with hay fever, this stuff is a game changer, man. Alson says, I'm going to get that, bro. Yeah. Because for me as well, when I'm doing the streams, I'm doing the streams in like peak hay fever season. And imagine I'm like talking for 2 hours and my nose is blocked, my eyes are watering, I'm on camera like this, like, ugh. So yeah, I had to find something good, and Olivia was a game changer. Dopamine Duo said, great promotion. My worst possible nightmare is being partnered or promoting a pharmaceutical company. However, for hay fever, I know it's horrible because I get it. I get it. Graphic says, what color is the Olivia box? I think it's a purpley kind of color. I'll put it on the screen. Actually, maybe I'll show the one because it will help a lot of people. I can do this, then I can do this. This one. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it says Alevia, fexofenadine. It's very effective. Very, very effective. Now I'll just go like this. Put it back so I don't lose the chat. Where are we? Yeah, there we go. Orlando says no spray is gang. Yeah, no spray helps a lot. Mr. Free says Alevia I can vouch for, and the nasal spray I recommend is Sterimar for hay fever. Let me have a quick look at the one that I recommend so I can give you the name. Because honestly, it was life-changing. Hay fever nasal spray. I know what it looks like. I think that's it. Nasonex. Yeah, it's cool. It's this one. Nasonex. I'll put it in the chat, guys. Oh, I accidentally just lost the chat. Guys, give me 1 second. I need to pull it back up. YouTube Studio. Just a sec, just a sec. Content, live, control room. Okay, perfect. Let me end that poll right now. There we go, we're back. Yeah, this one's super nice setup, but that nasal spray is called Nasonex. Nasonex. Okay, let's keep cracking, guys. This one's a very cool setup. Nice to see the whole room in there. Oh, vintage looking laptop. Looks cool though. Nice fireplace. Very, very nice. Mitosis says, no wires to be seen, bro. No wires to be seen. Bet bro spent hours making this setup. Yeah, guys, that is a super clean setup. That looks like a little graphics tablet as well. This is an elite setup. This is probably the #1 setup, yeah, in terms of overall like overall setup. This one is cozy as heck though. This one's super cozy. Let's keep going. Nice setup here, ginger beer. Guys, this wallpaper is sick. I love this wallpaper. We have the secondhand showing of the biryani. Mr. Free says, no, that is a laptop, sir, not table. Ah, the Google Pixel bug. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, exactly, graphics, the productive desk setup. Yeah, I don't think it's a biryani. I just said a random food, to be honest. What food is this, guys? What do you reckon that is? Yeah, I didn't mean biryani, guys. I just said a random food. I just said a random food. I know, guys. I know it's not biryani. Butter chicken, people are saying. Or beans. Ah, butter chicken. Yeah, guys. I knew it was not biryani. Don't worry. Okay. Another nice setup with the fruit pastels. Neve says, I don't know, but it looks good. Absolutely, Neve. This one's cool, guys. What laptop is this? Like with the LEDs. I didn't know you could get laptops like this with like crazy LEDs. Somebody said ZenBook 14 is crazy. I guess that's what the laptop is. Guys, the LEDs on the laptop is crazy. Somebody said Asus ROG laptop. Or just gaming laptop in general, yeah. I thought it must be a gaming one, but... Guys, this one, look at this little guy. Look at this little guy. Look at this little guy. Mr. Free says W for the dog, guys. Yep, let's get a W in the chat for the dog. Sammy Carr says dog. Neve says oh. HT says W dog. I love my Rottweiler. Yeah, guys, if you have a dog, dogs are a bit of a if you know you know thing. If you have a dog or if you've had a dog for a long time, it's a true family member. You know, it's a true family member. So this guy's dog or this girl's dog would have been keeping them calm throughout all of exams, sitting there by the laptop. Super nice, super nice. This one, very cool setup. Got that MME revised higher practice papers set. See, they were going hard on the revision. Very nice, very satisfying setup. Hashtag locked in. Nice use of the plaster as the privacy cover. Very cool. Another nice one, simple one. Tutu cat. Look, this cat is the most on fleek. Wait, is fleek a word? I feel like fleek is a word from a while ago. Like, it's the most on fleek cat you have ever seen. Maybe I just made that word up. I don't know. But, like, the most... Look, they're, like, pouting and looking over into the distance like a model. Mitosis says, Cat Loki looks like Garfield. Neve says, did you see my whiteboard, Matt? I did, Neve. I did. Thank you so much. I haven't had a chance to reply yet to any of the emails. But guys, anyone who hasn't sent me an email yet or anybody who has, I'm going to be replying to everybody personally. I've got some really nice messages. So yeah, I really appreciate it. And I'll be replying to everybody personally. King Rag says, I've not heard someone say fleek for so long. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. I've not heard it for so long. And that's not kind of word I say, but I've not heard it for so long that I was like, is that even a word? That was like 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, even. You says, thank gosh, maths is over. Yep. Completely agree. Completely agree. You guys have put in a shift. We're just doing this to close the book on the exams for a little bit of closure so we can move on nicely. Nice setup here. Nice computer. This one is very cool. Nice colors. This one's W colors, to be honest. This one's W colors. Look at this. Look at the colors on that. That is so satisfying, that setup. Yeah, Mitosis says the pens, man, the highlighters. Yep, absolutely. Daisy says, OMG, that's me. Haha, cool, Daisy. This is a really nice setup. This is a really, really cool setup. The stickers are nice. Looks like there's a little butter over here as well, which is very nice. The highlighters are wicked, very satisfying. This one's a very cool setup. Got some custom looking graffiti on the wall. Handprint as well, cool artwork. Someone's got taste. Very nice. Very nice lamp in this one. Somebody said that's me. Ari said that's me. This one's cool, Ari. This is very cool. Cozy setup here with the plant and the nice light. Really, really nice. How are we doing on? Okay, not many to go, guys. This one I already showed. I think we're on repeats now. Oh, no. This one we've seen before. My GCSE Maths on top. I think, was that you, Neve? I think that might have been you. Somebody suffering with a bit of heartburn and indigestion. My prayers go out. Hopefully you feel better soon. Very cool setup, though, low-key. Why do I say cool, by the way? Because I know it sounds like I'm just saying cool to everyone. The colors on this are nice. The natural light coming in through the window. It's very aesthetic, actually. I wasn't you, Neve, okay? This one is pretty slick as well, I can't lie. Nice keyboard. Nice mouse pad. Guys, look at the doggo, eh? Yeah, no, Neve, I have seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it. I'm not sure if I put it in here or if I would have put it in here. Let me see. Yeah. There it is. There it is. Okay. Guys, look at this. And what's so cool about this is, look, the dog and the cat. Like, they took the photo with the dog on the time where I had the cat one on the screen. Like, how sick is that? Was that you, Lincoln? You? Oh, that's so cool. I'm so glad you sent me this because you have both of them at the same time. You know what I mean? How cool is that? Yeah, that's so cool. That's so cool. Um, Somebody glugging on the Diet Coke, Spotify on. Who've we got? We got a bit of ASAP Rocky playing, can't complain. Nice notes. Oh, I got a spider running across my desk. Now it's on my arm. Oh, guys. Now it's hanging off a web off my arm. That's not the nicest thing in the world. Um, yeah, low-key, I just want to make sure it doesn't crawl up my foot. Graphics says Spider wanted to be in the stream. I did think about putting it on the camera, but I thought some of you won't like spiders very much. Okay, guys, let's name the spider. Put it in the chat. That's a great idea, Neve. Put it in the chat. If it comes on my desk again, I'll pick it up and put it in the stream. Nah, King Raj. Nah. Jeffrey. A lot of people. Okay. Matt the second. Gal says skincare spider. Jeremy. Fleeky. Yeah, let's go for Fleeky. Let's go for Fleeky. This is a very cool setup. Moving on. A triple monitor setup. This one's cool. I think this was a message from Neve. Guys, I really appreciated this message. Things like this mean so much to me, especially because the lives. Whoa, it's come back on the desk. Guys, you have respond very quickly. Shall I put it in the stream? Shall I show it on the camera? Okay, I'm gonna do it. Hopefully, no one's really afraid of spiders. How's it come back onto the desk? Okay, but I'm gonna make sure I don't harm it. So it's only if it crawls onto my guys. It's gone. I'm sorry, it's gone. I've just seen you all say yes. I can still feel the web on my arm. Guys, I'm sorry. I couldn't put it on because it just crawled off the desk. If it's back, I'll put it on. Okay. But yeah, thank you very much for this message, Neve. I really appreciated that. And I remember you said about those little resin ducks. Guys, this is a very cool setup as well. Look at this. This is a really cool setup. Look at all this going on in the background. This is really cute. Yeah, cute is the perfect word. This is like the cutest setup in the world. Somebody munching on that popcorn. I used to eat so much popcorn. That was like my go-to snack. Popcorn was my go-to snack. Next up, nice little notes. This is a cool wallpaper. It looks like a wallpaper, or I don't know what this is on the right-hand side. But another nice setup. Not too much to say about this one, but very nice. Or some Amna says, that's me. Oh, very cool. Which one? The popcorn one? Popcorn, like I say, guys, is elite. Elite. Mr. Free says it's a game called Cookie Clicker. Oh, I remember that. I think I had it on my phone at one point, quite a while ago. Do you have to just keep clicking it? Is that the game? Yeah, lots of people saying popcorn onto Amna says popcorn. Yeah, elite snack. Guys, this is clean. This is clean. Look at the colors in this one. Neve says, I'm going to go make popcorn and y'all are coming with me. Another nice colors in the background. How many people were on the stream at this time? This must have been the day before one of the exams. 750 down there in the corner. Very cool. Guys, is this a projector? Is it just me or is this a projector? I think this is a projector, no? Like projector got projected onto the wall. Because that's not a screen. And there looks to be a little cat there. Yeah, lots of people saying that must be a projector. Valley said, hey, that's mine. Oh, sick. Is it a projector, Valley? Yeah, it's a projector. That is sick. That is so sick. HT says that's kind of sick. This might get the W, guys. This might be the W stream of the W setup of the whole stream, to be honest. Like, projector is next level creativity. Like, yeah, exactly as you say. It says, you, the person you love heart, says, that's low-key cool. That is low-key cool. That is really sick. HT says original as well. Yep, I never would have thought in a million years someone would have it on a projector. Nice, Charlotte. Good to have you on. Cool setup here. Somebody's been doing some cool sketches. Hey, this is some cool artwork down here. Let me just zoom in on that real quick. That dragon face. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. I need to not mess this up when I zoom out. Nice snacks. Kitty cat appearing again in the background. And Vic says, that's me. You got some talent. You got some talent. Because that is very nice, especially that. Is it a dragon? This one's very cool. I think this might be the last one. Guys, last one. Last setup of the day. Last setup of the day. I'm gonna have a quick look to see if anybody has sent any during the live. Okay, quite a few people have. Let's just see how quickly they load. Because normally they take a while to load. Let me just have a quick look, see if I can get them to load. Yeah, guys, it's going to take too long. It's going to take too long. Ah, guys, I'll save the ones that were sent today. I'm going to save for results day, okay? So the ones that have been sent today, I am going to show them, but I'm not going to show them today. when I go live on results day, I'm going to show the setups on results day. Just because it's a bit of a nice chill thing to do. Something to look forward to. Just because they're going to take too long to load the ones that have been sent today. And I don't want to waste a bunch of time. I know you've still got exams to revise for. Low-key, my arm is a bit itchy after that spider crawled over my arm. Okay. Guys, that is our final session. That is our final session. Okay, let me take this iPad screen down. I'm going to make myself a little bit bigger without being too dramatic. There we go. That's a bit bigger. I'll move myself to the left a bit. Bosh. Okay, guys. And with that, we're done. We are done. What a journey it's been. Neve says, the only reason I'm looking forward to results day. Alson says, oh my days, this is so sad. Pumpkin says, see you, sir. Loved it. A couple of people saying, can't believe this is the end. Thanks for everything. Hannah says, it's so bittersweet. Guys, focus on the fact that this means that GCSE Maths is done. But, guys, it's been a journey. Before I say goodbye, I will say very well done. Very well done. It's been a graft. It's been a grind over the past few months. But you've put in an amazing shift. You've done yourselves proud if you've been joining the streams. Thank you to everybody who's been a regular in the community. We've been able to make this a really positive space over the past few months. Over the build up to exams, throughout exams, on the days before the exams. We've been supporting each other. We've been bringing good energy, good vibes. And that's only because of you guys keeping things very nice. Thank you to all the moderators. Thank you, Neve, Charlotte, Lincoln, you. Thank you, NJ. I'm going to reply to your email today. Or probably tomorrow, actually, mate. But I'll reply to your email. Yeah, thank you to everybody who's made this amazing. Guys, I'm going to be going live on results day, of course, so you can join and let me know how you've got on. The nice thing that I'll say is once your exams are done, you'll probably be stressing for about a week and a half about results day, about how they've gone, about how you did all of these things. And then you'll forget that they even happened after about 2 weeks. And then probably a week before results day, you'll think, oh God, it's results day in a week. The day before results day, you're going to be hella nervous. And you're going to get your results. And they will have either gone good, bad, or sideways. Now, GCSEs are not the be all and end all. You want to do as best as you possibly can. Let's put in that final shift for the rest of the exams next week, the week after for some of you. But really, what's done is done, and now it's in God's hands. It's in God's hands. I'm going to have a quick look at the chat. Hannah says, I still use the breathing techniques for all of the exams. Amazing. That's so good to hear, Hannah. VO2 says, W chat, W Matt. Guys, what emoji should we get in the chat to finish this off? Holly, thank you for the message. Says, hi, I joined very late, but I just wanted to say thank you for all the help. You're very welcome. Neve says, I use the breathing too. Fantastic, Neve. Alina, you're very welcome. Guys, let's do that. Let's do the dab emoji. Let's do a mixture of the lightning bolt emoji and the dab emoji. Just have a little bit of fun at the end right here. Can you see get recall has put in the chat? I don't know if you can copy and paste that emoji or if it's easy to find the dab. Let's see. Dab. Okay, I'm going to put it in the chat. Can you guys find the dab emoji? Let's just have a bit of fun at the end here, guys. And this is only going to work for people on YouTube, I think. So I don't know if you can find this on TikTok. On TikTok, let's go for the lightning bolt emoji if there's any others on. Yeah, guys, let's go for the lightning bolt emoji on the TikTok if you're on there. Or if you want to join the main chat, it's over on the channel. Can you guys see the dab emoji? If you just spend a bit of time finding it. And then we'll all spam it in the chat. Yep, guys, this is the over and out. Everybody in there with the dab emoji and any emojis that you guys want to do. Hello, A, good to have you on. Guys, let's get the dab emoji in the chat. Dabs for days. And then we're going to get a combination, the final thing. Guys, let's go for a combination of the dab and the lightning bolt emoji. Combination of dab and lightning bolt. So if we can alternate between dab and lightning bolt, this is how we're going to finish it off. Guys, Thank you. It's been a pleasure. It's been a journey. To anybody who's already sent me an email or a message, I'm going to be replying to everybody over the next few days, and I replied to all the messages. If you haven't already sent me a message, it's amazing receiving them. And thank you to everybody who has. Guys, let's get the dab. Let's get the lightning bolt. Thank you, Caden, Ali, Sammy Carr, Alson. Thank you, Frankie. Thank you, Charlotte26, Holly E, A, George, Alina, Aaron, Abu Kar, Gout Gout, Caden, Get Recall, Mahan, Alina, Neve in there with the turtle. Yeah. Jesslyn, Gigi, NJ, Charlotte26, Rabia, you. Yeah, very nice, Daisy. Mohammed, Neve. Okay. Guys, I'm going to say congratulations for finishing GCSE Maths. Hopefully today's session has helped us close the book. It's been a pleasure teaching you all. Good luck for the rest of your exams. Not long to go and a long summer ahead. Guys, I will see you on results day. Thank you very much. For one final time, I'm going to say adios, arrivederci, ciao, 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 hasta luego. Guys, best of luck with the rest of them, and I will see you all on results day.